Sorry, somebody came up in the studio. They've been messing with stuff. So stuff in here like half-ass broken. This is the problem with renting out to like podcasters, right? Because they come in one little area and they tinker with stuff. And then it makes you think like, I wonder have they been tinkering with other stuff. I was going to start with Shorty. Matter of fact, we starting with Shorty. I don't know what's up with this obsession with going full time. Look, they scamming y'all, and they real skimpy on everything else. I don't know if that's a word or if it even makes sense. That's not the point. The point is this. It's ghetto out here. Being a full-time photographer is ghetto out here. It's fun though. You know what I'm saying? The ghetto be fun sometime until shit pop off, right? So, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know, the beauty of having a full-time job and being a full-time photographer or having a full-time job while doing photography is your priority is shooting what you want. When you become a full-time photographer, your concern is making enough money to live your life while paying your bills, or reverse, right? Maintaining your life and living your life the way you want. Until you start making enough money, then you can start turning away stuff you don't want. But nobody don't tell you that, and nobody tells you it takes you years to get there. So I be seeing, you know, a lot of people I speak to, for an example, I was at a wedding, I was talking to this dude, and he was telling me, he was like, man, you know, he was a guest at the wedding. He was like, bro, I think I'm about to quit my pharmacy job to become a photographer. And he was a pharmacist, not the person at CVS who just bag up your shit, right? No, bro was a pharmacist. And he said, I think I'm about to quit my job to go be a photographer. You know, I'm just working on my clientele. I said, don't you dare do that. I said, yo, they scamming y'all out here. A lot of folks out here are full-time photographers with several part-time jobs, and that ain't shady. That's not even like shameful. I commend that. I tell everybody, I used to Uber my ass off as a full-time photographer, right? Nothing's wrong with that. But the thing is, you're giving this notion like, yo, I'm living this life of luxury, blah, blah, blah. Social media got everybody jacked up. I told a group of guys a couple days ago, like, yo, social media has made a name of itself by paying everybody an attention and nothing else. They are giving out money for people to make reels, to make videos, to post long-term content, I hate that word, on their platform so people can stay on there longer, right? But it doesn't matter. You know how they're paying people fractions of a penny for engagement, and then they turn around and saying, yo, I'm going to pay you and people are going to see this video allegedly. It's made up numbers, right? It's all attention seeking, that's the name of the game. I ain't mad at it. It is what it is. So I look at it and I say, yo, we're running out here to become full-time photographers, leaving our full-time jobs where you have benefits, where you have a 401k, and you're coming out here to what? Make a fraction, to make a third, to make half of what you make in there, and it's easy money. Like I said earlier, the beauty of it for me was when I had a full-time gig, I was able to shoot what I wanted. Now, you contact me. Hey Gavin, I need you to shoot this event. Man, I had to shoot a damn birthday party not too long ago for Betty's Ford. And it wasn't a sweet party, Betty's Ford, but it was a birthday party, yo. And the client was an asshole. I was doing this for somebody, but I needed the money, right? The client was an asshole. So much so that I looked at bro and I said, yo, I ain't even supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? I was doing a favor, I got paid, but he was so rude and just nasty. I was like, this is why I don't do events, right? I've shot kids. Everybody know I don't take pictures of kids, but I've been doing that. Now I don't mind as much because I got one of my own. But you have to do that. And especially if you A, are married, B, got kids, then you really start taking on gigs that you really don't want to do. But like I said, it's just ghetto out here. If I was anybody, I would really weigh my options and understand what I'm about to get myself into and sit down with a couple of full-time photographers and figure out. Now, a lot of times people are running from a mental health issue and they think running to entrepreneurship is going to fix that. And that doesn't happen. A lot of us are working full-time gigs that's not good for us spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Take care of yourself. Please go to the doctor. Please seek help. And we are not fixing that issue. And we think entrepreneur is going to fix something when you're going to have to be more physical. It's more taxing on you mentally and emotionally, right? And financially, it's just taxing well beyond measure. Sometimes you need to figure out what you're running from before you go to somewhere else, and then you piling on more problems, and then you crash out. So I encourage everybody to do that. But like I said, man, this full-time shit is cool, but bruh, man, y'all better keep y'all ass there with them benefits. And look, change departments. Go do something else. But seriously, figure out what's important. All right. This is going to be a quick episode. I want to welcome everybody to the Paid and Exposure Podcast. I do got a little notepad here because I always be forgetting what the hell I need to be doing. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is going to be a short episode because I do have to go get my kid. He's a great kid. I want to spend great time with my kid today, so I'm going to go home. Yo, Cal really messed me up when he hit me with the, yo, are you a full-time parent or are you a part-time parent? Because I started calculating once I got in the car, and I was like, dang, I'm really only with my kid part-time. And that's scary to me. And that's something I want to change. I want to do differently. And I want to be a full-time parent. So with that, I'm trying to make changes to my life. We got an interesting little topic today. Oh, I told Key this yesterday. I am going to do better with the Facebook group. No More Pie by Gavin B on Facebook. Please join if you're a photographer or a videographer. And I'm going to do better with letting everybody know about announcements that's coming. Next week, we should have a podcast. But if we don't, please go back to the last couple episodes, check it out. And we're going to be having more guests on. If you have guest suggestions, please send them to paidandexposure16@gmail.com or to DM us or to text me. Don't text me. I'll take that back. Delete. If you do not see who you suggested on here, it's probably because A, they said no, or B, I didn't even reach out to them because I know a scammer when I see one. Nobody tells you about when you do podcasts, the amount of people that come on telling you they big business, they got big money, and then you talk to them and you find out they don't. Kind of like how the models be doing everybody. Like, oh, I used to model back in the day, and you get them in front of a camera and then you realize like, oh shit, this person never stepped foot in front of a camera before. Somebody got me like that, but I ain't gonna say nothing because I got paid, so I can't talk about it. I want to talk about the top 5 things I've learned about this top half of the year. This year for me has been nothing short of amazing, but it's been a learning experience. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about my family. I learned a lot about my friends. I learned a lot about my clients. I learned a lot about what I need to work on as a business. I have a goal that I've been working on since last year that was supposed to be done last month, and I have not even gotten halfway through with it, which is scary because I realize like how far behind I am. And I kind of want to talk about the top 5 things I've noticed and paid attention to in photography. And I would love for you to comment some top 5 things that you've learned so far this year with your business. Also, I don't know if y'all see what they're doing over there at Pixieset. Pixieset is on to something. I don't know if y'all know, but if you're a photographer, you need to sign up for Pixieset if you're not on there already, and you might want to check them out. They are really trying to create something special, and it's amazing. Pixieset right now, you know, let's do it like this. 2 years ago, Pixieset did just website galleries, right? Or galleries for your client. And then they added on the feature where your clients can purchase edits or pictures. They could purchase pictures from one of the photo labs and get mailed directly to them. Then they turned now where they added on the website component. So now you can get your website through Pixieset. So not only are they helping photographers with galleries, they are now helping photographers with their websites, which is super dope. Now they got a CRM function. And I'm telling y'all right now, that shit is I think it's $28 a month. And I think the highest is like maybe $40 a month. That is cheaper than being on Squarespace, having a gallery, and finding like Honeybook or Dubsado. All in one, it is cheaper. They are really about to put Dubsado and Honeybook up out the market in a little bit. I don't know if they want people to know that just yet, but it's coming, and it's interesting, and it's really going to shape and change things. I definitely just started using a website feature for something else, and it was amazing. I like it so far. I don't know how I feel about the CRM part yet, but I will let y'all know once I do get there, because I really like Dubsado. But they might be getting my money, all of it. They getting enough of it, but they might be getting more. All right, top 5 things I've been noticing so far at the top of this year. Number 1, people still do not understand Google Ads, or which go to Facebook, which can go to Instagram, things like that. Digital marketing still has not been mastered by photographers. And whoever does that, Whoever figures it out, puts it in an ebook, and sell it to photographers, they're gonna make a ton of money. And I don't know why it hasn't been figured out. I know as photographers, we understand our strengths and weaknesses, and sometimes you do need to seek help. One thing nobody ever tells us, though, when they look at digital marketing is like, yo, you need to invest this amount of money or this shit just ain't going to work. It's like, hey, I got $500, and people take your $500 and then they'll come back and say, hey, it just didn't work. We need another $5. Oh, it just didn't work. All right, we need another $5. And next thing you know, by the time you get to $3,000, then it's like, oh, shit, it's working. I wish I would have known that you just needed $3,000 to start it off with. Right? And maybe they don't know because it's a lot of tinkering. But I just feel like we just need a number. Like, please give me a number. Don't take $500 from me 6 times. Just tell me you need 3 G's. And I'll figure out the 3 G's and come back to you when I'm ready. All right? But whoever, I wish that, and I know somebody's probably listening like, Gavin, why don't you figure it out? And I'm going to be honest. I've been online. I've taken classes. Yo, these motherfuckers be lying. Liar. They be lying online. Lying online. Isn't that a bitch? Like, they will literally get you in these classes, not tell you nothing, not explain nothing to you. They sell themselves. They sell you on these testimonials that we don't know is true. And next you know, you spend $1,000 to get in a class and you learn nothing. A lot of y'all are out here selling classes, and photographers are snitching. Or photographers have now begun to be honest with each other and say, yo, don't sign up for that. Like, yeah, they told me it's a one-on-one class, even though it's 6 people on a Google Workspace and we're all just talking. Like, a lot of y'all are out here lying, and it's embarrassing. Just throwing that out there. Number 2, y'all still shooting for free. And I'm gonna put I'm noticing that a lot of photographers are still shooting for free with no purpose. Let me put it like that. I ain't even got nothing to say with that. Like, yo, if you shooting for free, it better be. Shooting for free wouldn't be bad if it's going to bring you money. If you shooting somebody for free and it has no way of bringing you revenue, you are losing twice. I'm going to say that again. If you're shooting for free and that shoot does 0 for bringing you revenue, you are losing twice, and it's embarrassing. And a couple of y'all are losing 2 times over. I'm just saying it like that. Number 3, I don't understand. I've been noticing that a lot of photographers are not figuring out how to automate their business. Me and Kyle talked about that last episode, and these are just 5 things that I've learned for the top of the year. And I really realized, like, automating your business is just not happening. A lot of us don't wake up every morning, or we're waking up every morning and we're wasting time filling out emails, right? Okay, cool. Wouldn't it be easier if you had a virtual assistant or just an assistant who answers all of your emails? They get up. Oh, who is calling me? It's my homeboy calling me. Hold on, let me forward this call. But think about if you could wake up and somebody's answering your emails. Think about if you can, somebody was doing your editing. Think about, because half of y'all letting somebody do your editing anyway. Think about if you could send people out to do shoots for you while you still worked your full-time job, or you could go do another shoot. It's ways to automate your business, and a lot of people are just running away from that or just not doing it in general. And I feel like we have to get better at that and figuring out ways of doing it. Because if you could be working instead of working and doing what you're great at, you would pay for some of your automated services. Throwing it like that. We'll go to that last. The 4th thing, I notice a lot of us ain't planning for the future. Entrepreneurs have to find unique ways of planning for what's coming next, or what they want to be doing in 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years. If you don't know what you want to be doing then, you will just be working to die. And you'll work yourself to death, literally. It's interesting when you talk to somebody and you say, so when are you going to stop this? And they, oh, never. Like, no. I'm a photographer. I love doing photography. I don't want to be shooting past a certain age. I'm just bending over, just, smiling in people's faces and all that. Not saying that, at least at that point in time, I want to just be shooting what I want, but I want to be able to find a way to say, like, all right, what's next for me? Like, what can I be doing that's, that I could love, or, And so a lot of us ain't planning for that. A lot of us just running to be photographers to stay photographers till we 60 and creepy. And you be that dude, trying to do a boudoir shoot at fucking 55 and everybody looking at you weirdo, like, but whatever. And last thing, it's a lot of creatives in this space. It's a lot of people posing as creatives in this space. And I'm talking about photography. And I noticed it because I started going on their page and you don't see no photography anymore. But you see them promoting their business talks, their business journeys or their apps and stuff. And you're just like, yo, you're not even a photographer. And then you see them struggling trying to show you that they shooting or that they're cool. And Reels is kicking their ass because they trying to show us that they down and they one of us and they really not. And they nothing but a marketer person who can't keep a 9 to 5, or they are an educator in a whole nother field and they're trying to teach us about, business credit, which ain't a problem which is not a problem, right? But the problem is they picked up a camera a while ago and they really not photographers and they trying to pose as one, and I think it's corny. Only thing I'm saying is just be mindful of that. It's just interesting. Not even be mindful. I'm not giving photographers no more advice. I learned my lesson earlier this year with another photographer and I told myself I'd never do that again. With that, I really ain't got nothing else. I got stuff to do. This is the shortest podcast. People done hit me up. Oh my gosh. Oh, nothing. Anywho, I want to thank y'all for listening, for tuning in. Please get to work. It's the summertime. If you're in a certain city that's a commuter city, I know it's slow. I know we're in a situation where you might not be making the most amount of money that you want, and that's fine. Just understand that this is the time when you could be working on your website. You can be fixing your QuickBooks. You can be looking out here trying to figure out how you can market better. You can be really out here. If you're doing Reels, get to it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to start a YouTube channel, this is another time. The thing is, when photography becomes your full-time gig, you do have to find a new hobby. This is the time to find a new hobby and dive into it. A lot of our websites don't got enough photography on it in the first place. And then we want to know why nobody ain't booking us for nothing. Because I don't see enough of your work. One day, I think next episode, I do want to talk about website critiques and what your website is missing. So we can really talk about it. Because when I go on some people's websites, certain things just throwing me off. Such as, I don't see enough pictures. How you a photographer and you only got 3 shoots up there? How you a photographer and you only got 3 examples of each type of shoots that you do? It's weird to me. That's just me. I digress. I'll let it go. Anyway, and with that, we're going to holler at y'all next time.